Hey, welcome in. It's your boy AI with your boy Eliv, of course.
What's good, yo?
All right, so today is a pretty much a recap of the season. I mean, we're talking about players developing, players that got recruited, players that won awards. The first round of playoffs just wrapped up, so we're getting to a little bit of that. We rocking with a little bit of different setup today, so if I sound a little weird, let me know. If I sound extremely clear, but I look weird because the camera whack, let me know. But we're gonna get straight into it. So first, like, comment, subscribe, of course. Show some love to the Facebook channel. Everybody's getting shout outs. I mean, just here and there. Your boy's actually writing full fucking articles. So like the dedication and time put into that shit is crazy.
Yeah, shout out Decker too. One thing real quick before we get too deep and off topic here. Shout out
Hmm.
that Facebook page. We're gonna have a lot of cool stuff. That's just kind of for me in like promoting. I know if I have that Facebook page, I can put that right into the NCAA group chats. I know it's a lot easier for somebody to kind of look and see what we're about if they can just like search us up on Facebook
On
and
face, yeah, for sure.
have like intros, recaps, breakdowns. I know I'm gonna live stream the Natty too with some commentary. Commentary if I'm not playing in it, which is the goal. So,
Uh-oh, uh-oh. We'll get
uh,
to that. We'll get into that. We'll get to it.
yeah, yeah, facts. But that's the goal with the Facebook page. So if you guys can just definitely like it, follow it. There's gonna be some cool stuff coming out on that for sure.
For sure, for sure. And I also want to say, shit, about the Facebook thing. I feel like the Facebook group is going to bring in some more quality users. I mean, I feel like Facebook gets quality users anyway,
Yeah.
because people are putting their name on it. Like people, if you just recruit on Reddit or through Discord, like that's how you get the crash outs. So
Yeah, no, that's a big fact too, because everybody, like you said, they have their name stamped. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You
Oh
going
yeah,
directly from a source to Discord, so you know who that person is. So if there's any
for
weird-ish or anything
sure.
like that, it definitely be called out easier.
So yeah, so I just want to let y'all know, like we're building a whole fucking community. We even have another Discord that's just strictly gaming. Any kind of game you want to fucking play, we be in there playing it, shit
Shout out
talk.
FTD.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, it's important to stay active, communicate, while we heading into this late window of the season. We going into the off season. You want to speak on that right now, or you want to get to it?
Now let's get through what we got, and I'll speak on the off season at the end. That'll be pretty quick, pretty simple. That's gonna be stamped too, so no bickering, no arguing about that.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's stay solid, run into next year pretty fucking smoothly. NCAA 26 should be good, no glitches, and we'll be rocking out smooth with our core intact. So I do fuck with that. Once
Yes,
again, I
sir.
appreciate everybody. So, first, let me get a quick shout out to Footless before he gets mad because his bowl doesn't really matter. But shout out to
Pop-Tart
Footless.
Bowl. Tostitos Bowl.
Shout out to Footless. Won the Tweaker Natty. So Tweaker's one of our 24-hour leagues. We just go rush through that shit. Usually all in one conference. We're getting back into it.
Mhm.
He came through. It's like his first or second year, maybe. I think it's second year. But he came through. He beat it, one of the top dogs, got the Natty. So big shout
Yeah,
out
Tweaker's like an
Footless.
accelerated league, so
Yes, sir. If you want to come get beat down, it's unlimited plays. You can do whatever you want. No rules, all the cheese, no complaining, no bitching. That's what we do. Um,
fact.
so that's a quick shout out. That's Washington PTG for those who don't know. And go ahead and I want you to go ahead and speak on the articles and Facebook and like what you're trying to do with that.
Yeah. So I kind of hit on it a little bit, but we got Decker. Shout out Decker. He's our Notre Dame user in PTG. He's going ahead and he's gonna take on a big backbone of what we do or what we're trying to do in promoting and growing our community in PTG. He's doing some articles. He does game recaps. He does highlights. He does just kind of write-ups about different things throughout the season. So if you guys want any type of write-up made for you or a request or something different, just make sure you guys are streaming, saving your streams. I know Miami and South Carolina played super early. Even if
Yeah,
nobody's watching, man, we have some cool features in the league. So just go ahead and pop your settings on to save and then publish that to public. And then we'll go through with Decker. He likes to watch them back, so he'll probably watch that back and then get you an actual write-up rather than a box score write-up. So you guys can definitely do that too. We'll hook it up. But shout out to Decker. The Facebook page is just gonna be like a contingency off of that too. I'm just gonna kind of take what he's doing, put him on a Facebook, have a nice little promotion. Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to hit on the articles real quick though, before we get too deep. The
Yeah, go
article's
ahead.
gonna be really cool. Decker's doing his thing, dude. I don't know if you guys have really read much of them, but there's like
They're
three
actually,
papers worth of writing too. It's like pretty
yeah,
legit.
it's a
Yeah.
lot. My thing is like, I appreciate like all of the time it takes to actually do it. Like
Well, you got to
the,
figure, you got to watch the stream back. You probably like he's legitimate with it. Like he's got player stats to the yardage. Like he's got player
yeah,
stats like
he's
to the
doing
yard to
research
gain. Like he's
while
in
watching
there
the
like
stream.
yeah,
Yeah,
but if he's watching stream, I know the stream alone ran through takes about an hour, right?
yeah,
So if
for
he's
sure.
gonna pause, he's gonna get jersey numbers, he's gonna get names, he's gonna get four or
Yeah,
five yard pickups.
he's
Like
definitely
I know
on
he's taking
Twitch.
at least a couple hours, so definitely big shout out to Decker.
Yeah,
Having a reporter in the league is a really cool feature to have. So I hope you guys appreciate that and definitely rock out
I
with
will say, I
saving
will
your
say,
streams.
one thing we're doing is we're trying to create some shit that doesn't exist. So
Yes.
we're,
Yes.
that's pretty
Yes.
much what we're trying to get at here.
Yes.
But yeah, so all the shout outs out the way to housekeeping. I'm gonna get straight into it.
Hell
On
yeah.
the clock for PTG next year, and these are bad seasons from users. We're supposed to be good users. And first, I'm gonna go ahead and kick my own self. I went 7-5 this year. Two losses were fair sim, but shit, I didn't make the time, so L is a L. Um, one was to Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a new user, so I don't have to worry about him no more. Um, Nebraska, he actually played me pretty fucking good. So I was
Yeah.
like, God
I'm gonna
damn.
add Nebraska on this list too, just at the end. I'm gonna throw him up there. I know he had an off
I'm
season.
pretty sure
I
he's seven and
know.
five too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he had a couple big wins. He upset OSU. I think that was in OSU too. Could be wrong about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual place that they played, but either way. And then I think he beat you too. So those are two big conference games that he won. So if he can
Yeah,
shake out some out of conference wins, then he could be a force in the Big Ten.
he definitely had a great year compared to he came from nowhere. We didn't expect him to do nothing. Like,
Being a new user, and like I said, I think I've said it before, like new users got to come in, they got to take like 6 weeks to fill out comp, even a full season, because
oh, for
comp
sure.
levels in PTG, I feel like we got commissions in here as users and like so on and so forth. So comp level is a little bit higher than just a typical league, a little bit biased, but there's some truth
A
behind
lot
it for sure.
biased.
Yeah, there's some truth behind it for sure. So I think it definitely needs a little bit of feel out, and then once you feel it out, you can flow from there.
Yeah. And second, this is in no order. This is just how I wrote it. Second is Texas. Texas goes 6-6 after being slotted as a SEC champion
Yeah.
when we started this.
Yep, he was my SEC favorite. I don't know. I think he's just busy right now, but if he is, man, I don't know if he wants to pass that team up because that Texas team is like top six recruiting
Stacked.
every year.
Yeah.
They got a nice roster, so
He
we
has
have
a
to have a
he has a
conversation together about that, or if he plans on locking in, because I know he did spend 5 seasons building it. So
yeah. And I was gonna say like if he just locks in 1 year, his pipelines and shit are so set
yeah,
to where he'll be
yeah,
good.
for sure. If he locks
Um,
back in, he's definitely a top five user in the league, though.
oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Another letdown season is gonna be Washington, 8-4. And I'm kind of going to attribute that to just the gauntlet of the SEC. Um, I know
Yeah.
you can speak to what you plan to do with the conferences a little bit later on, but Washington 8-4 was shocking to me because I was just going through the conference rankings like, okay, like I know these users, so like let's see who had the years they had.
Yep.
And actually Chang had a pretty good year to be fucking West Virginia.
He does. Change always has a good year. He always goes
He went
like
like
7-0, 7-1, 8-1.
yeah, he was eight
And
and four.
then yeah, and then somehow the back end of his season every year. I don't know if it's maybe like he tries to change up like a playbook or something when he plays, but the back end of his year I've noticed with change in like every league I'm with him always kind of tails off on him.
I think it might be his work schedule, low key.
That's true
All
too,
right,
because he worked like a couple days on and then
bro,
like
crazy
straight
work.
on too. So
So then we have LSU, which is Hoop at 7-5. And
Hoop
I
is a
didn't
tweaker
even
champ. He's a tweaker
yeah,
champ.
a tweaker champion and just lost in a natty this year to Footless.
Oh,
So
he went back to a
seven
tweaker natty.
Yeah, he was in it with Phyllis this year.
Come on, Phyllis. You got LSU and PTG. We gotta lock that back in, man. I know
But
what you can do.
literally, so hoop, you're on the clock. You're on the clock for next year. And that the ACC, I'm pretty sure it was dominated by Colorado. Am
Yes,
I?
Colorado, and UCF are ACC.
Yeah, they knocked Kid Curry and
Yeah, they knocked
LSU.
Bama and LSU down, bro.
That's
ACC's putting
crazy.
on.
That was
Hey, I just want
crazy.
to shout out this though. I have never seen a user get past year one with Colorado. Shout out ISO. I know he wasn't the year one user, but the fact that you took him after year one and now are sitting
And
in
still
like,
going.
yeah, and you're sitting and you're building that program, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
That's tough work.
Yeah. Tough as fuck. And well, like we'll get to TCU later. I think TCU is kind of on that same track of like, let me just grab this team right now and get it out the way. Get my terrible season out the way.
Mhm.
UNC as well.
Well,
Like let me
TCU made the playoffs though, so he didn't even have
well,
like a
but
crazy
wasn't
terrible
he in
season.
uh I
He
was
was
just
in a
meaning
computer conference, but I'll give him
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
benefit of the doubt because he did make the Big 12 championship last year with Boise. And then
Yeah.
he took that new TCU job this year and was like, "Oh, I just gotta upgrade my recruiting pipelines or something like that." So I think he took that TCU job, and
To have a one
he
struggle
definitely needed
year.
this year to get him right. So I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
He's
And
gonna
honestly,
succeed.
if you're down year, like recruiting wise and building wise, you go to the playoffs, take that.
Hmm.
Because the goal is just to have none of your players leave.
Yep.
So like if you're recruiting all those players, bro, like I went 7-5, I'm at high risk of losing players.
Hmm.
Chang at 8-4 he's low key, like he's good. He's West Virginia.
And that's the
Like,
thing too, man, is like you gotta this isn't Madden. Like we're not playing on like salary cap or like contract years or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're playing for recruiting classes. We're playing for our team grade. So like when we hit the postseason and these bowl games aren't forced wins anymore versus the computer, play those,
yeah.
man. Play
And
those.
it
Like
helps your coaches too, your
helps
coaches'
everything that
abilities.
you're trying to do. Like it helps if you go into your teammate grades, you can see what they're at risk for. You can see what you need to do to fix that too. So if you play a computer, take that as an opportunity to change. Like if you need 150 rushing yards to change to like try and up your
Your
play
do
style
skill.
grade for
Yeah.
an example, like hit your
Get that shit.
150 rushing yards, you know what I mean? And then change backs and try and do it again. Like
And so I would say like with Texas going 6-6, he's gonna lose like probably 10
he
players.
probably will. He probably will. I'm not gonna lie. He'll probably pick up a few in transfer too, though.
Yeah,
They'll
he'll
probably have some interest in
he'll
transfer.
get some back.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so with that being said, we go straight into the playoffs, man. The postseason has arrived and it really has not disappointed at all. We've
Nah,
had some
these postseason
slappers of
games have
fucking
been
games.
bangers, dog.
So one I watched like I'm literally at work
Bangers.
fucking I'm at work, phones posted up, watching. So I'm watching the final fucking drive. And I'm watching Pitt just, methodical. Go down the
Hmm.
drive, go down. I'm like, okay, this dude's about to do some crazy shit. He gets down to it was it 4th and 4? And he
Yeah,
was
it
he was about to
was.
kick a field goal.
Yeah, and he called the
He
timeout and
he
he
seen
switched
that
it
meter.
up.
He seen that meter. He
Yeah.
said,
He
hell
said,
no.
nah. Facts though.
Hell
Yeah, he called
no.
the timeout and switched it up, and I think he
Hell
took it like
no.
a 40-yard bomb and
Yeah,
scored,
no,
right?
he did. He hit a rollout. He rolled out, and I'm thinking he's hitting the tight end that's like on that little
Quick first
out.
down. Yeah.
And he hit the back
Deep
dude,
post.
like
Hmm.
the secondary, bro, and the catch
He
too, because
split a
like,
cover three nice. He
yeah,
split the
bro,
safety in the
that
corner
shit
and hit
was
him. Oh,
that
it
shit
was
was
nice. It was a good play
bro. I ain't
call.
gonna lie, for UNC, oh my God, I was hurt. I was hurt as fuck. I was
Hey
like, bro,
man, to have a Heisman, the best QB award, and an
yes sir.
undefeated season, and then you get upset first round, that's tough, dude.
And I even in the chat, I even said, oh, it's an upset alert because UNC was up,
I think you
not
said that like
realizing,
third quarter too.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
not
like
not
42,
realizing.
35, something like that.
But I wasn't realizing that UNC was 12-0 undefeated. I was like, oh shit. I was thinking
Yeah,
Pitt's the
he was
top
actually
dog.
undefeated. Yeah.
I was thinking Pitt was top dog. And shout out to Pitt as well. So that was a hell of a game. We know UNC is a good user. I think he's new to PTG
Hmm.
because UNC hasn't been used since like
He
year
is, but
two.
he has his own league too. Shout out to I think it's the Rebuild, is the name of his league. So I know he's definitely comp if he's capable of running a league and sustaining it too.
And
So
I know also he's a commission, so fresh and so clean.
okay, yeah,
So
okay.
he's in there too, and
Yeah,
he's
if he's
also
doing his thing and he's running his own leagues, I know he's got to have some type of experience playing the game. So any type of experience is a little bit of comp to me, you know?
for sure. And we have Miami and South Carolina. Homies come in together,
Mm.
then fight to the death.
Yeah.
So
Hey man, honestly, I didn't see the score. I saw them talking about it and just saying that they finished it early, but I saw the score and it was 17-14, and I was not expecting that
yeah,
from
because
both
it's
of
not
them.
high scoring.
Yeah.
So they must,
Mm.
for me personally, that's one of those. What's up, La? My kid's going crazy. Hold up.
No, you're good. But
Uh,
yeah, no, South Carolina and Miami. That game had to have been a defensive battle though, for sure. Like they like you said, they came in together, so they had to have known play styles. That had to have been a factor somewhere.
yeah, for
They had to
sure.
have just known like different plays or sets that somebody runs, but those two
And I would
definitely
say,
were kind of boxed up if it was a low scoring game when I know their offense are capable of putting up like 35, 40 points a game, you know.
yeah. And real
But I
quick,
think
going to Texas, not Texas, Florida, and who was it? TCU.
Florida TCU. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Go-
so I didn't end up watching that game. But I know that Simba pulled it off. I kind of was expecting that, but on the flip side, Simba and Tuck come from wire to wire together. I know they've probably been matched up a few times. I wasn't sure if play styles were going to be a factor in that one too.
Yeah.
What I did watch though, it was like the first quarter, and I did see TCU up like 7-0 there
I
though.
did see that real quick, but
So I don't know how the
hey,
rest of it played out, but I know that Florida ended up taking that dub. So
so
Florida, Florida's heavy next round. That's another.
it started like 10-10.
Okay,
it
you
was
watched
looking
it?
a little bit and then I went to a
Okay.
rec game. So then I was gone. But
Okay.
started off 10-10. Next time we look, 37-10. So
Oh, damn. It flipped like that?
yeah, yeah. So
Tough.
I think because I think Phyllis said like I don't know, something happened with the momentum. So
Had to
but
have flipped like
once
that
he
though,
gets
but
once Florida gets momentum, it's low key no stopping that offense, bro. He
hmm
gets in his bag with his play calling,
hmm
it's gonna be a fucking long day.
Yeah,
And
fact.
that goes into like South Carolina plays Colorado
South Carolina does play. Yes, South Carolina, Colorado.
for
Yep.
sure.
The second round.
So South Carolina, Colorado, we have Zevi in Florida.
Yep.
We have
Michigan,
the
Stanford.
Michigan and Stanford. How do you feel about Stanford? New user, right?
Yeah, new user. I checked him out. He put up a big margin or a point differential against Tennessee, but Tennessee's a new user too. Watch that
Hmm.
stream. Honestly, I watched the championship game before that too. Respectfully, I wasn't impressed. I was not impressed. Tennessee missed a lot of running lanes that I know I'm not gonna miss.
Type thing.
Um, Tennessee was also using a safety and taking him out of a deep blue the whole time too. So I
Oh,
there was just some
Tennessee.
stuff. There was just some stuff that I saw that like I know could have been cleaned up. Like he puts up numbers, don't get me wrong. He's got Larry Fitz out there as a wide receiver.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. I think my offense, I think my time of possession, I think my defense can stop him that one or two times and then me capitalize on the points. And I think Michigan takes that one actually pretty convincingly. But Stanford, shout out to you, man. Way to rock as a new user. Get to where
So
you want.
you have Michigan, of course. I mean, and I would also take Michigan as well. I don't know Stanford user,
Hmm.
but just that's that. Go into how
Riding
you feel
Michigan.
about the Colorado and South Carolina game. Not
That
the
game's
record.
probably that might be the game of the year, actually. I know Zevi and Florida are coming up a little bit, but Colorado made his case as one of the top users in PTG this year. So that being said, I'm gonna take Colorado, I think, just because of the fact that he's proved himself. His only loss is a commish mistake, so shout out
Yeah,
to
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah, shout out Colorado. South Carolina is a new user too. He put on. He was a little shaky at the beginning parts of the year, but he came into the best position possible, I think, as a user into PTG, just with
Hmm.
that team and in the history of that team. So let's
Oh yeah. So
yeah,
South Carolina, I'm torn right here because you know how I hate the South Carolina team,
yeah,
but
you
it's a
just stepped
new.
away, but I said this could be game of the year. I think personally this could be game of the year.
Really? That's
Yeah,
what honestly that's how I'm feeling about the next round if it becomes you and Colorado
that would be a
or
big
if
game.
it's Zevi and who's up there? Who's at the top?
Florida and Zevi
Oh,
play
Florida
together.
and Zevi this week.
And then it's
Yeah.
Pitt and Mississippi State. Mississippi State had the bye.
Mississippi. Oh, he came in off conference.
Yeah, no, he came in week one. He's rocked the whole season. So I hope he's recruited though, because
Yeah, so he's
he
been chilling.
was yeah, he was in a computer conference, but I did see him play like one or two games though. So I think he felt out his roster a little bit because man, if you didn't play anything and you're sitting off a
For sure.
bye in the playoffs, good luck.
Who do you have at the top of the bracket in the Natty?
Uh Honestly, I have Oregon coming in as the clear favorite right now.
Mm-hmm. You
Just
have him
because that's
beat,
Zevi, that's history. He's proven time and time again. You know what
but
I
you
mean?
have him beating, you have him beating Simba 3 times in one season.
Yeah, man.
No, I don't know.
Low
This
key
might
though,
be
I'm
the
kind
one
of
time.
hoping I'm hoping Florida does it because I want to see him in a natty. Me and
Yeah,
Simba in a natty deserve that game, man. Like
that'll be the most trolled game of all
we
fucking
deserve that
time.
game, dog. Like
That'll be
me
the
and him
most
have gone
trolled
back and
game.
forth so much.
For
So
honestly, when did he get into to the league? Because he had to get in like right after I did, or
uh,
no, I after I beat Florida, dude.
I think he came in the ass end or in the back end of season two.
Is that because I beat Florida, dude, and kicked him out? He was ranked number one. That
Yeah,
was
so
like year two or three.
Slicky, he was the original, like the OG Florida user. And then he left, and then somebody else took him over for a little while, and then they left, and then
He was so
Simba
good.
originally joined Mile Higher, and he was Oregon State in there.
Oh yeah, because he was
And then
doing
yeah, and then he
yeah.
found out that Mile Higher was the side piece to PTG.
And didn't he come and beat Colorado?
Yeah. When Mile Higher rebooted the
Yeah,
first time, he took Colorado.
yeah, that makes sense. Well, I think honestly, I think Simba gets it done. I think Simba is gonna be super locked in, and
Yeah.
he might get. It's
He
just
got lucky getting in the playoffs, so I think he's gonna capitalize on
what
being there.
watching their games, bro. It'd be like the one mistake. Who's gonna make the one fucking mistake? Like if he
Hmm.
wouldn't have threw a pick, or if he
Yeah, I agree.
shift his line one way instead of the other way on two separate plays, like it's a whole different game. So
Yep.
those games are always fucking nuts. Um, with that, go ahead and take over for the award winners.
Yes. So we have some award winners. So we have awards to hand out. We have head coach of the year. That's gonna be Zevi. Oregon's head coach won that award. QB of
Shout
the
out.
year, we have Biggs, UNC's quarterback. Defensive player of the year, we have Derek Brooks, Florida. DB of the year, we have Devon Cheeks, Stanford, crazy last name.
Hold on, and how tall
Um,
is he?
uh, Dude, I don't know. Hopefully not short. Oh, golly. Hey, you got to change
Oh
that last
shit.
name, Doc. But running back, we have the Heisman winner. I don't have his first name, but Brunner from UNC.
Fast motherfucker.
Yeah, he showed out too. Wide receiver of the year, we have Larry Fitz from Stanford. Lombardi, which is going to be the D line, best defensive lineman trophy, is going to be Jahiel Willies from Pitt. The Johnny Unitas trophy is going to be the outstanding quarterback or senior outstanding quarterback of the year. It's going to be Dante Boulware out of Oregon. The D end of the year is going to be Jahiel Willies out of Pitt. He's getting two. He's a
I'm gonna
junior.
say he won
He's
two
getting two
awards.
awards. Yep, he's getting two awards as a junior.
Shout out
Hopefully
to
that
Pitt
boy
for
comes
for
back.
recruiting.
Yeah. Interior O line, we have Sam Tino Siamo out of Florida. I think he's a center.
Oh shit.
Tight
Watch out
end.
for the halfback ISOs.
Yeah, facts. Tight end of the year, we have Gabe Donnell out of Michigan. The Broyles Award, which is going to be the assistant coach of the award. We have Peppo Mueller, that is going to be Oregon defensive coordinator. And then returner of the year, we have Devon Saunders out of Oregon.
So
So
shit.
some
What does
good
Evie
some good
get? Four or
awards to
five
pass up this year.
awards?
What's that?
So what does Evie get? 4 or 5 awards?
Yeah, he got three with coaches and then a returner. So, oh no, he got four. He got quarterback, two coaches, and a returner.
And talk about how you got the tight end. Like, is that a blocking tight end? Is that a
No,
receiving tight
so
end?
that is a receiving tight end. So he was a wide receiver. He was a physical wide receiver that I moved to tight end. He had 90 speed, and I was just kind of looking at him. I moved him when he was a freshman, redshirted it or a sophomore, and then I redshirted him that year. And then I used my incentives and put it on speed, so I kind of cheesed it a little bit, but it wasn't like
Oh,
crazy, but I still have a nice blocking tight end to pair with him, so I have a nice thunder and lightning in the tight end room. So
okay. I was just wondering because I was like, I don't remember you getting off with your tight end with straight fucking run
honestly,
plays.
yeah, no, I'm surprised that he won that this year, to be honest with you, because he hasn't really done much because I use so Donald is like my when I go into spread sets and like five wide, four or trip sets and stuff like that, I'll use Donald. And but when I go under center, and that's kind of my offense, I'm kind of a pro styled offense. I use Okoronkwo or the other guy, and he's a blocker, so I don't, yeah, I'm not too sure how he got that either because he's not even my leading receiver or anything. Like, man's probably got 400 yards on the year. I'm not even gonna
That's
lie.
funny as fuck. All right, so that wraps up the awards. And with that, we go straight to off season incentives. Break
Hmm.
that down a little bit. And but first, I want to ask you, what do you need to do to get a fucking natty?
Man, I just need to keep playing smart. I don't know if anybody's noticing, but the last like three or four games I had that were like pretty big games against some solid opponents. I think it was
Mm,
you. I had
yeah,
OSU.
OSU back to back.
Yeah, I had OSU twice, but all of those games that I have played, I've all played mistake free. I haven't turned the ball over.
Yeah,
I think I had one turnover in the last five games. So, and I still have a good like 80 attempts maybe combined in like the last three. So I'm still trying to throw the ball, but man, I'm just moving the sticks. I'm not trying to force the ball down the field. I'm just seeing the defense, taking what you're
just
giving
playing
me this
ball.
time. Yeah, I'm just playing
And that
ball.
honestly is the key to the damn game is not making turnovers.
Yeah, like man, if you guys want to sit in a cover four and only have one hard flat or curl flat out there, like I'm gonna flood you, man, and just stack that up and see which one you're gonna, you know what I mean? Like I'm
Who are
just
you
gonna
going
take
for?
underneath, I'm gonna take over top, like whichever one you're
For
choosing.
sure, because you can only use her so much.
That's what I mean too, though. So like you can set it up a little bit, but like still, man, like I'm not too worried about taking a deep corner shot for 40 yards. Like I'm just gonna take the 3 yard pickup. I'll come back. I'll run it next play for another 4 yards to pop. Come back,
Yeah.
run
Get
it
the
with my
40 on
quarterback.
play
Fourth and
five.
one. I'll QB sneak it for the first, and come back and run the same sequence. You know, like shit, man,
All right.
stop it first. Like if you stop me on fourth and one and I go for it, shit, I'll punt it next time. But then,
But
man,
until
like
then,
I build my offense for that short yardage, dog. Like.
so go ahead and touch on the off-season
Yeah.
timing.
So off season, we're gonna go ahead and keep it in a 48-hour advance window like it's been all season. No voting for times. As soon as the natty gets scheduled, I'll drop the off season schedule with players leaving stage. I'm gonna try to accommodate it to most people's activity time. So plan for at night having most of the weeks through the portal. And then throughout the day, kind of having like the training results time and like stuff like that. I haven't worked out the actual logistics of the schedule yet, but it'll be worked out through a 48-hour advance window so that way we aren't sitting multiple days, but then on the contrary, we also aren't rushing through and users have time.
Yeah.
So,
So to make that clear, it'll be 48 hours total for the off season.
yes, 48-hour total off season. So expect it just to be a normal advance window.
Okay. And shit, that's really all I got.
Yeah, I ain't got
Uh,
much else. I do have one question for you though. Who is your
uh-oh.
natty predictions this year?
So you in Colorado, all right?
Mhm.
I played you. You beat me worse in Colorado. I played Colorado pretty good, but your team is is
Mhm.
crazy. So
Mhm.
if he slips, you could get to the natty.
Mhm.
But if you get to that natty against Zevi, Zevi's gonna win that natty.
That's the thing though, is I've been planning to get there against Evie, so I've been tuning in on his streams.
I
I've been
think
keeping in on
if
what
you
he
get there,
like
you
to
could
do.
whoop Simba.
Yeah, me too. And that's what I haven't really been planning for. I've been planning for Zevi because I think this is my year to play in a natty. I don't know if it's my year to win one, but
Yeah,
if it is Zevi,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
be a
I
lot more
played it.
prepared. I'm gonna be prepared to know what's coming at least. And I will
That's
throw
fair.
that out there, Zevi. I'm watching your streams,
I'm watching.
brother. I'm watching your streams, brother.
But I would say if you could get to Colorado and you got Zevi, I got you and Zevi in the natty
Yeah.
with Zevi the winner. But also, I don't think Colorado could beat Zevi either.
No,
I got
I don't think so. I think Zevi's one of those users you really got to either play a bunch of times and
you
like kind
gotta play
of
it.
pay attention to what sets he's coming out in and what plays he runs off
And
of
the
those
tough
sets.
thing for me is I played him early. Like I got my wins against him early, and then he figured me out. So I'm like having to refigure him out. Goddamn.
Mhm.
Don't get me started with that fucking
But that
guy.
all just comes back to like what I've done with my team though. Like I built up my trenches, so hopefully my trench work gets it done, you know?
Yeah, I think your team could bully most teams.
Yeah,
So
me too.
like
And that's why I'm
how
not
you said
too worried about Colorado. Like he might break a couple big runs just with lanes and stuff, but I think overall, if I control that possession time, I'm gonna be straight.
for sure, for sure.
I think same with Pitt too. I think that's how Pitt wins Mississippi State.
I think I forgot about that game. I'm gonna take Pitt in a smacking,
You think so?
honestly.
You think
I've
so?
never seen the Michigan Mississippi State dude play, and we've
I
never
think
had a Mississippi State
yeah,
player.
no, that's one of Footless's boys though. He came from Footless
Oh,
though. So
he's in for all the dogs too.
yeah, it's that
Yeah,
Dudley.
yeah, yeah.
So
Dudley,
we'll see.
Dudley.
But yeah, man, this is either signing out
Yes. Deuce.
later.